Anyone who believes that bodybuilding is only for macho men will be proven wrong by her. Evelyn Owala, the fittest woman in Africa, had to prove herself anew every day, and her path to the top was littered with misunderstanding.
If the question is if I'm stronger than other women, definitely I am. But if you ask me if I'm aggressive, no, I'm not aggressive. Aggression and the strength don't necessarily go hand in hand.
At the beginning of her career, Evelyn had to fight against many prejudices, like the one that she would present herself naked on stage. Where did she get the strength to push through, even if it didn't look good for her at first?
The reason I started bodybuilding, there are several reasons, to be honest. Because one, I had gone through surgery. One of the recommendations was to exercise and also good nutrition, to try as much as possible to work on my health, hormones and everything. I wanted to look like a model but with muscle. And it doesn't take little work, especially if you want to get toned. After my first surgery on cysts, like 3 weeks in, I started feeling the same symptoms that I had. So I went back to the doctor, and the doctor was like, no, you know what we need to do? We need to do another surgery. So I was like, there has to be another way to solve this problem. So I went into study, and I went through like reading a lot, whether it's on fibroids, cysts. From that, I was able to deduce that working out and good nutrition would help.
Believe it or not, although Evelyn now has fitness titles that many normal men or women can only dream of, she used to be bullied because she was overweight. So, how did bodybuilding help her in feeling comfortable in her body?
Bodybuilding helped me feel comfortable in my own body because things that I was insecure about, like cellulite or my body looking in a particular way, I'm no longer insecure about those things. As you can see, it is 5 a.m. and we are very active and alive. And of course, we started the day way earlier. My daily routine is I wake up at 2 a.m. I have to be in the gym by around 2:45 so that I'm able to work out before my client starts coming in at 3:45. I need to have done my workout. Between 3:45, I'm almost end of day, like I'm meeting clients in different locations. My program actually revolves around my nutrition because if I don't give priority to my food, I'll pass out, like literally I will. To tame muscle, you have to give it food. The other health benefits that are underrated is, especially as you get older, you need a lot of muscle because that muscle mass will hold your frame together. With working out, I can assure you, you'll maximize the time that you have in your life.
Bodybuilding is a process of developing one's muscles while using repetitive exercises or reps and resistance such as weights. But in Kenya, like much of Africa, it's mainly a sport done by men. Let's find out more about why it was so attractive to Evelyn.
What made me go professional, like let's say doing bodybuilding and being on a bodybuilding stage? It was the first time bodybuilding was being rejuvenated back into the country. I had gathered quite some muscle. Everybody was like, oh, bodybuilding is coming. Do you want to participate?
Since then, Evelyn is a fitness trainer and a professional bodybuilder who has represented Kenya in several international competitions.
Up to date, there are very few competitions to begin with. Especially in Kenya, there are very few competitions, that's one. Prize monies are little. People are doing it for the passion of it because the prize money is not as big.
The former banker now runs her own training institute where she offers customized training regimens. What makes the difference to train with Africa's fittest woman?
I started bodybuilding because I wanted to look a certain way. Back when I started in 2014 or 2015, I just used to see guys with muscles and I would think they look really nice. While training with my fellow men, there's a lot of misinformation that we had and a lot of wrong techniques, but really you're not doing the correct way and so you don't get results. The difference that I found training with Eve over the last now 4 years, I have had more significant changes than I had in the 6 years that I had been training with guys earlier than that. But working with Eve has really changed my perspective on female bodybuilders and female trainers. First of all, because of my own practical experience. Especially if you're a lady, it doesn't really mean that you're weaker than the men or that you know less than the men.
In becoming Kenya's leading female fitness guru, Evelyn had to be strong and strict. But why is it hard to get rid of the bad reputation of bodybuilding as a male and a macho sport?
One of the biggest myths in bodybuilding, especially for female athletes, is that because we gather a lot of muscle, probably we are violent or can beat men. People associate the muscle with aggression. Bodybuilding itself has not gotten the attention that I would really wish for it to get. We have a good fan base, we have good, athletes. I wish it would be looked at the same way.
With every pump in her muscles, Evelyn Owala keeps impacting people's lives through health and fitness while showing how much beauty there is in being strong.